Main man here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. Going down on Wednesdays and Saturdays here on Main Man's Boxing. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is this. I want to talk about the Charlo and Demetrius Andrade situation, man. Just trying to catch up on this. And as you can see, nothing is pretty much changed in this situation. Nothing has pretty much changed in this situation for the previous 3 years when you really about to think about it. You know what I mean? This situation needs to happen. I would like to see it happen, especially knowing that the fights that these two fighters got in front of them, where Charlo, they're talking about him facing Sergey Deryevchenko or either Chris Eubank Jr. Now, the Chris Eubank Jr. fight is not the worst fight in the world. But as for Demetrius Andrade, they're talking about him facing this dude named Peter Manfredo Jr. next. And after that, they're talking about possibly Liam Williams. It's just like, you know, why have all of that go on when you got two champions in the same weight class with, you know, that has a desire to want to fight one another? It's all down to politics, pile of shit in the sport of boxing. Now, I'm going to tell you like this, man. Charlo, I would hope behind the scenes, is putting pressure on his people to take a serious look at this situation. Because, granted, and I've explained Charlo's position here in the past, I think that Charlo sees himself over there on Showtime, along with Clarissa Shields and Gervonta Tank Davis, as a platform where he can become the star. On top of that, he has his own promotional situation where, and I tell a lot of people all the time, that's a check. That's a check in boxing. You don't know how much he's getting for being his own promoter. So he over there, he probably in a situation where he felt like he can be the man. You know what I mean? All it is just he needs some bigger name fights. And a weight class where it's flooded with popular fighters, Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin, all on the other side of the street. People want to see it, you know what I mean? But as for Demetrius Andrade, the dude who can't even get really a big name fight from his own side of the street, you know, but he has been calling for this fight. Now, the whole setup is this. Y'all already know. The whole setup is DAZN wants Charlo to come on over. Eddie Hearn is saying that he wants Charlo to come on over for one fight. They're willing to pay Charlo up to his willingness $7 million for one fight, unification fight. If he beats Demetrius Andrade, he can go back on over to Showtime, back to PBC, no harm, no foul, or he can have the option to stay on DAZN and maybe as a unified champion, try to levy that and go against Canelo Alvarez or go against Gennady Golovkin. I mean, that all makes sense. You know what I mean? But as for Charlo, he's looking at it from a loyalty standpoint. Like, look, man, I've been rocking with Showtime and I've been rocking with Al and PBC, and this is what they want me to do. And another angle on Charlo is PBC took a lot of their fighters off Showtime, including Deontay Wilder being one of them. But they took a lot of their fighters off Showtime to put them on Fox and other networks that they work with. So it's like to take Charlo, if he gets the biggest fight of his career, to take Charlo off Showtime for a Demetrius Andrade fight, you know, it may breed some a bad relationship between Showtime and PBC. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of other implications involved in something like that, man. But that shouldn't have nothing to do with no damn Charlo. I'm sorry. Charlo got to be looking at it like, look, man, $7 million. So Showtime, guess what? You want me to stay here? You got my next fight? I better be making minimum $7 million. You know what I mean? Everybody always, we don't know what they getting behind the scenes. And I'm the same way. We don't know what they getting behind the scenes. I just hope it equates up to the $7 million that DAZN is throwing them for that Demetrius Andrade fight, man. But it's still, man, it's just Charlo. I hope you're putting that type of pressure on him, because right now, from a fan standpoint, it's looking like, to me, I honestly think Charlo should really explore the offer, man. Go over there for that one fight and take a crack at it, bruh. And he can bring that shit back to PBC if PBC want them back. Showtime just got to understand. You know what I mean? I mean, if it's all like that, then they can just do a bidding process where, look, Showtime, DAZN, I know, you know, let's put the money on the table. Whoever win it, then 50-50 to the fighters and make the fight happen. It could be a one-fight runoff. See how we just solved that like that? Bam. Easy work. Showtime just got to pay how they weigh. It is what it is. And that's this type of situation I think that Charlo should be going to his people like, that's how we should set this up. I think this is a good opportunity. We can do this for the bag. Look, networks, if Showtime, and I love y'all, but I'm giving y'all the opportunity to bid. I'm not just running over there like, yo, I'm going straight to the zone. I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna say, yo, I'm gonna give you the opportunity. Can you match it? If not, one fight ain't, hey, it is what it is. This is for me. And I hope that's the way Charlo looking at the situation, man. But as for Demetrius Andrade, bro, Liam Williams, it ain't looking good for you either. It looks even worse on the Demetrius Andrade side because he's over there with fighters right under his own umbrella that his promoter has. Like, for example, Eddie Hearn's relationship with Gennady Golovkin. I get it. Gennady Golovkin is waiting on the Canelo Alvarez fight. We all know that. But, Joe, like, come on, man. Like, Eddie Hearn, you got fighters right next to you. You claim you the dude. You the main promoter out here. But you be having these fighters right next to each other. And a lot of fights ain't happening. It's like Kell Brook and Amir Khan. You know what I mean? Yo, he doing a good, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he ain't doing some other fights that's noteworthy, because he is. But there are some big ones that slip through the cracks. And Demetrius Andrade and Gennady, I told people, one of the main voices in the wilderness that was calling Gennady Golovkin over to the zone was Demetrius Andrade. He was out here, man, like he doing with Charlo today. They was using him like a recruiter or some shit. Like, he was out here in the public with quotes and all kind of videos and interviews calling out Gennady Golovkin to come on over to the zone. And that's exactly eventually what Gennady Golovkin did. But with the promise, of course, to fight Canelo Alvarez. Not with the giving a crap about facing Demetrius Andrade. But he was the main voice. And now Gennady Golovkin entered into a business agreement with Eddie Hearn on a promotional level. And here we are. They like all business friends and all together right next to each other, but there ain't no fight happening. All because Canelo. And now Skipper then got involved. John Skipper, the head honcho over at the zone, then got involved, took a flight over to San Diego and told Canelo Alvarez he's facing Gennady Golovkin by September. So we can forget about Gennady Golovkin wanting to face Demetrius Andrade. So, I mean, I don't know, man. They keep talking, they talking this Liam Williams talk. Demetrius Andrade needs a big fight just as bad as Jamal Charlo. We ain't gonna sit back and make it like that situation is not real, because it is. And Demetrius Andrade been making needing a big name for a minute. And you know, if you Jamal Charlo, the younger brother, how are you looking at this knowing that you were supposed to face Demetrius Andrade and he backed out of their fight? And you gotta be sitting back like you barking all heavy right now. And don't get me wrong, Demetrius Andrade is doing a lot of things right, and he was supposed to do. But Jamel gotta be looking at it like, yo, all that barking you doing. But when we were supposed to get down, whole time you backs out of the fight and run with Rock Nation trying to chase a bag. But now you barking on my brother, all this rah-rah shit. And Jamal brought that up at a press conference a few years back. The one that Demetrius Andrade crashed Jamal Charlo's press conference. Y'all know that video is floating around still on YouTube. So he crashed it. And at that time, Jamal Charlo said, I'm not a matchmaker. Talk to my matchmakers. And now they trying to match this up. And I ain't saying, I'm hoping. Like I say, man, there's certain information that we ain't privy to. Maybe something going on behind the scenes. I'm just hoping as a fan that it is. You know what I mean? So, but we hoping that they are exploring this and taking this with serious. This should be set up. And Jamal Charlo should be the main engine pushing this. Like, this the fight I want. Look, man, y'all networks, y'all suits got to figure this out. I love you, PBC. I love you, Showtime. But PBC, I'm rolling with y'all. Y'all let Jacobs do it. Y'all let Jacobs went over there and just signed the deal. I'm just trying to go over there for one fight. Get this out the way. Try to get that belt. And then I'll be the unified champion at 160. What happens after that? What happens if Jamal Charlo becomes the unified champion at 160? How would that investment from PBC pay off from letting them go over if the zone wins the purse bid? That's how they should do it. Showtime mess around and win it. Who knows? And Charlo, like I said, he should be encouraging that. Like, no, it shouldn't be an automatic, yes, I'm rocking with you. Like, look, man, maybe for their next set of fights, after Charlo do whatever he does against either Derevchenko or Eubank, bro, like if they go to Liam Williams and none of the other cats over there stepping up on Andrade, Bro, they need to just sit down and make a bid process and make it happen. They need to make it happen. Two athletic fighters, champions, in their primes, ready to go. All these years of history of talking trash on social media. And then look, man, both fighters, man, their skill sets that they bring into the ring against each other. Both men athletic, very athletic. Both men got good footwork, good power. Some people like the ring IQ of Demetrius Andrade. I don't know if it's been put to the test to this level. He's got his wins, but his last 3-4 fights have been just like, what the hell is those? In my opinion, especially when better fights could have been made. We all don't know if we've seen the full potential of Demetrius Andrade yet. Some fights he got to pick himself up for. It's getting lazy. You know what I mean? But he has full potential. You know, his length, his boxing ability, his jab, his patience. He's a good fighter. Shown to have a decent chin, took some good shots. But as for Jermall Charlo, who's shown to be a champion now in 2 weight classes, athletic, fierce, aggressive, boxing ability, willing to be taught, power, heart. I got to emphasize heart twice for Jermall Charlo. Man, the fight would be off the chain, off the hook. It's a great fight. And it'll be one I hope we don't miss out on. I at least like the fact that there's a lot of talk about this still constantly being talked about in the boxing public. So that's good, man. Keep it alive, man, because this is a fight it'll be real. It's be messed up if it slipped through the cracks. If boxing wants to make that comeback once all this is over, this coronavirus stuff, it's fights like this that does it. Make this happen. PBC and DAZN, make this happen. You know what I mean? And Matchroom, make this happen. As for the networks, make them big. As for promoters are separate from these networks. Yeah, they get money from the networks, but promoters have the best interest. It's in the best interest of the promoter and the fighter when you can make the networks bid against each other. And I think that should be something heavily considered in this situation. But we out of here, fight fans. Y'all stay up out of there. I just wanted to get a quick wrap with y'all, man. Stay stressed and sucker free out there, man. Remember, the devil is everywhere, omnipresent, everywhere at the same time, man. Good fight right here, man. Hopefully we get it. If not, hopefully their next fights be worthwhile watching. As for Jermall Charlo, he got Deryevchenko and he got Chris Eubank Jr., man. The Chris Eubank Jr. fight ain't the worst fight. You know, I like to see that fight. I think Charlo can that'd be a good name if Charlo can rack up Chris Eubank Jr. And I think he can. But it's a good fight. We'll see. But to the next video, man. Thumbs up on the way out. Peace out.